to this week's Rebel Report. I'm back after a long summertime break. I hope you enjoyed the few times we had with Max. Starting off with giving you a short brief overview of the last weekend games. We had Towers Stallions going on, Towers winning 84-0 over Stallions, and Razorback Demons and turning out 34-12 for the Razorbacks. We had another game going on between Herlev Rebels and Tigers, and this is where I come to you, Johan. It turned out 41-31. It seemed like it was another game we gave away to the Tigers because we just did these few very stupid mistakes, sort of like from defense side, that simply made that the Tigers could just pull it off.
Well, the Tigers are a good team. I mean, they have John Matthews and they've got Marco, the running back, and Matthias, and they have a lot of guys over on the national team, just like we have a lot of guys on the national team. So they're a good team, but they definitely took advantage of a lot of mistakes that we had, and that's what good teams do. Mentally, defensively, we screwed up. We had too many penalties, and those penalties were at inopportune times that continued drives, and probably accounted for about 20 points that they had picked up, which good for them. That's what they have to do. Also, two unanswered touchdown scores really quickly with a kick return and a tip pass for a touchdown just before the half probably put us in a tailspin. And, I think it kind of hurt us in the second half, and just the momentum kind of just weighed from that.
Hi, and welcome to the post-game interview. We're here with John Matthews. Welcome, John.
Hey, good to be here.
First of all, congratulations on the win. How did you feel in today's game?
It was a good game. It was a back and forth game. It was a very physical game, and I think we just edged one out at the end. I mean, it was back and forth, and both teams fought well.
So what about next week? Next, probably Saturday, Rebels and Tigers going to play each other again, this time in Aarhus. How do you see that game playing out?
Well, I think it's going to be another physical game. I think we got to stick to the keys that we have for the two victories that we had, but as you know, it's always hard to beat a team 3 times, so we got to bring our A game and just hope that we can come out with a W.
And then the following week, either the Tigers or the Rebels are going to face the Towers. How do you see the two teams matching up against the Towers?
Well, the Towers are good, and they've been rolling through everyone this year. We got a lot of good players, but I'm excited. This is playoffs, and anything goes in playoffs, and you see it. It doesn't matter. If it's whoever goes to the Super Bowl or the NFL, teams that are supposed to win aren't supposed to win. So I'm always going to go into the game, and I know the guys that I have with me with the Tigers are going to go into the game wanting to win, being hungry, because the winner of that game goes to the Mermaid Bowl.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's a lot at stake, so I'm excited. This is the first playoff game I've had in Denmark when we play you guys, and if we get an opportunity to play the Towers to go to the Mermaid Bowl, we'll put everything I have on it. So I'm excited, definitely excited.
Good luck next week, and have a safe trip home.
For sure.
Vi står med coach Pedersen. Først og fremmest tillykke med sejren.
Mange tak.
Hvordan så du kampen derude?
Det var virkelig en hård kamp, og vi vidste, at det ville blive en rigtig hård kamp, som vi har spillet mod jer så mange gange efterhånden. Vi havde nogle skader, vi så på Åland, hvor vi blev rigtig ramt. Op til halvleg synes jeg, det så rigtig sort ud for os, men i anden halvleg der er en mandfolk indsats fra vores drenge, og det ender godt for os.
Og første halvleg slutter også rigtig godt for jer. Hvad er det, der sker?
Det var først og fremmest de sygeste 3-4 minutter, jeg nogensinde har set i slutningen af halvleg, tror jeg. Vi har jo det der tip-ball, som John Matthews batter ned, en af vores drengegriber, Frederik Oldenburg griber den og løber ind til touchdown. Han får det hele vejen gennem hosser, ender også med at blive MVP for os i dag. I scorer nogle gange, altså der var virkelig tryk på, og vores drenge var virkelig trætte, det tror jeg også, jeg også.
Og det er som om vi forventer momentum der i slutningen af første halvleg.
Jeg tror vi føler med Oldenburgs scoring, at der kommer vi godt ind i kampen igen, og vi får lavet nogle få justeringer i halvleg, og vi kommer rigtig godt ind i anden halvleg.
Hvordan ser du kampen i næste uge? Nu spiller Herlev og Aarhus mod hinanden igen om en uge. Hvordan ser du den kamp?
Jeg tror til dels, at i dag var et spørgsmål om at vinde kampen uden at vise for meget. Det tror jeg både vi vil og I vil. Så jeg tror, at vi kommer til at se nogle flere forskellige spil fra begge hold. Og det bliver uden tvivl en rigtig fysisk kamp. 10 point i dag, men altså inden igennem Sunday, alting kan ske næste uge.
Ja, tusind tak for det, og tillykke med sammen.
Jo, tak.
Another huge game that happened was the game Hurricane vs Swans, where Hurricanes were leading the game in the first half. I guess it was 9-0. Swans totally got a turnaround and actually won over the Hurricanes. This is quite an effect on our season.
Sure. Yeah.
How did you perceive the Swans in that game?
Well, going into the game, I thought that they would probably lose that game against the Hurricanes. The Hurricanes seem to be on a roll. Bjorn Bach, their running back, has been a big feature, and this could have played a factor because he also was out for the game with an injury, so that may have played a big factor in it. They're a team coming back, the second half with 17 unanswered points. Jakob and Oliver, Jakob the quarterback, he's thrown, like they've been throwing all year, so he obviously was making his effect known, and Oliver Holmes did a great job in scoring pretty up points for him. So they did what was necessary to win that game and actually play spoiler for the Canes and knock them out of the playoffs. So that was kind of a surprise.
Yeah, well, they knocked them out of the playoffs. They actually gave somebody else the possibilities to get in on the playoffs because the Hurricanes lost that game. And that were the Demons.
That's right.
They're in the playoffs now.
Yeah.
Served because of the Swans. And they have to face the Gold Diggers this Sunday. Sure,
the Demons probably should give the Swans a cake or something to get them in there.
Yeah.
They still have to play the Gold Diggers, but the fact that they got in there is good for them. It's about time that they get up there and they get, that program is going in towards the right direction. It's something to build off of. Even as they're going in and how they finish the season themselves, that's one of those things. So it's fine, and they're good.
Yeah,
for them.
I think it's been quite an unexpected change, but I'm really excited about it.
Yeah. Probably the biggest difference was the thinking that the Hurricanes were going to win, and figuring that the Demons would lose to Razorbacks. That turned out to be the case, but thinking the Hurricanes would win and not winning kind of made it kind of interesting. So it just showed you have to play every weekend.
Totally. So congrats to the Swans and congrats to the Demons. We wish you all the best for this upcoming game.
Sure.
Another upcoming game will be ours again against the Tigers. How are we going to tackle this?
Well, going into the game, I think it's all mental now.
Yeah.
It's a question of how our players will handle it mentally with the 2 losses they've had to them this year. In the first game, offense definitely didn't perform very well and had 6 turnovers early in the season, and defense played a great game. And you could argue this last game the defense didn't play very well, and offense did what was needed to win the game. So we haven't really given them a solid offense and defense for a whole game at once. So the big question mark is for us, can we do that? And if we do that, I think we'll be okay. Then we should be all right. If we don't, well, we're just looking at another game that will be shorter for our season. And this is the time that you either win and continue or win and go home.
Yeah.
So that's really it comes down to. It's a new season now, and that's what we have to focus on. It's 0-0 game and 0-0 record, and anything can happen. We could be talking a month from now, looking at the Mermaid Bowl for us, and we could be talking next weekend, just going, "Hey, season's done." So we'll see.
So why don't you take advantage of you being the coach from the Herlev Rebels? Because it is a mental thing of that, I'm sure. But the question is actually, what do you do? When everything just really comes down and let's just break down mentally. How do you get that turn?
I think you try to pump them up and try to analyze what the weaknesses and faults are on the team, and I don't mean it point a finger or something, but there's always cause and effects for everything. There's reasons why the defense didn't perform well. So we address those issues. There's reasons why in the first game against them the offense didn't perform well. So we try to address those issues. So everything now is about tweaking and making the corrections on our mistakes. And that in itself, if they feel confident that we've made the corrections needed to continue forward, then that will help with the mental issues of having, struggling with the idea of maybe they can't do this, or maybe they can do this. And that will help build their confidence to say, yes, we'll do it no matter what. So that's kind of what we've been working on this week.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we'll be excited and can't wait to see how this is going to turn out. Obviously, we wish them all the best. Good luck, Herlev Rebels, and we know you can do it. So get out there and show it to us. You folks, stay tuned because we're going to see each other next week again with the results.